I can conduct myself however I want, and you'll like it. Genghis Contributions, that's an awesome name.
Super Bowl. So we're going to have some Super Bowl theming in with this marathon coming up on Friday, February 6th, but it's going to be mostly gaming as well. It's going to be fun, all right? It's going to be a good time, and it's going to be a crazy good week next week, okay? It will. It's going to be very fun around here, lots of games, and then this fun marathon. So next week, I'm going to have ample time to do more games, different games, and things like that. We will definitely give Rimworld another go on a stream. But I'm just going to say it up front now, and I'm going to keep repeating myself over the course of this week so everyone understands. If you like Rimworld, be there for the next Rimworld stream. Show up, engage, and support the stream. If it does well again, like it was doing, we will keep Rimworld in the rotation. But if it has low attendance, low engagement, low support, or a combination of any of that, then we're not going to play it anymore. We'll do other stuff with my time. Okay, again, my time is valuable. People are constantly pulling me in a million directions to play a million different games. And everyone wants to know what I'm doing next, right? Right now, Rimworld was popular, and now it seems to not be popular anymore because guess what? I've already played it for a month. But I like it. So in this case, I would make an exception. Let's do another stream, but let's see how it goes. Let's turn it around, all right? We can turn it around. I just need people to show up and support the stream. It's that simple. The engagement is there, but the other two factors aren't. Now, on the flip side of that, we've got Hollow Knight. I played Hollow Knight for the first time yesterday, and when I say that, it's Hollow Knight 1, not Hollow Knight Silksong, which I played over the fall and absolutely loved. But its predecessor, the game that started it all back in 2017, which I actually never really played. I did play it for about an hour in 2020 and saw just exactly what the beginning of the game was, and then I never went back to it. All right, so we started the official playthrough yesterday. As of now, I'm around 3 hours in. Okay? My initial thoughts are very simple. It's a good game. It's got great world design. It's got great music. All right? Good gameplay elements. However, it is slower paced because early on in the game, you have no abilities, so you can barely move, right? You're walking like a snail. You can't really dodge anything. There's no ability to really move out of the way of any bosses or anything. So it is tougher at the beginning. But I get the feeling the game will get easier over time as you get more abilities. Someone actually had left a comment on the video, which I appreciate and explain. In Hollow Knight 1, healing is incredibly slow. It always is. There are ways to make it faster or whatever, but basically it's meant that way, and you can only heal one healing thing at a time. Okay? Because of that, they have now decided that they are going to... Well, they didn't decide. I'm sorry, I got distracted by an idiot in the chat. They set it up so that you can only take damage one nub at a time. So when you're fighting a boss, if the boss hits you, you don't lose 3 health. You lose 1. Okay? There are some exceptions apparently by the end of the game where a couple bosses are actually super tough and will hit you for more than that. But for the most part, bosses will only hit you for 1 damage, which I think is fair if you can only heal for 1 and it takes a long time, right? So, that's definitely a distinct difference, okay? So how did it go yesterday? Well, here's the thing. Yesterday, I had a nice podcast where I basically said thank you to everyone for all the success that I've been having ever since I abolished my stream goals, and that now we can just chill and have a good time and play games and have fun, and we base it off of 3 criteria, which I just mentioned, the attendance, engagement, and support, not just off of a support level of an arbitrary amount of money. And because of that, things have been much better the last 2 months. My engagement on the channel is way up. I'm getting way more likes and comments on the content than I have in a long time. This is helping the channel get a wider audience. People are finding DSP Gaming in the chat or in the search now and getting it as a related video, which it never happens. So this is good. I actually am seeing some growth on the channel now, which is excellent, okay? So we had a great podcast yesterday, and I got tons of support on the podcast yesterday. No exaggeration, I got like $130+ Then I played Hollow Knight, and we got about $30 during the entire Hollow Knight stream, okay? Now I want you to understand that's fine. The stream overall did really good, but you want to be sure that obviously that kind of will continue when I play Hollow Knight, that it was that people had come and saw, oh, the stream is doing well already, or the people who did contribute during the podcast stuck around to watch Hollow Knight. Because some people are of the impression that people will come to a stream only for a single moment, contribute, and then leave because that's all they were there for. That's not the case. It was funny because when I was playing Pokemon all those months, people would distinctly come to the podcast and say, hey, here's $20, you know, I want to leave this Pokemon in the party or whatever. And then people would be like, oh, that was $20. That only counts towards the podcast. What are you talking about? Are you retarded? Like, yes, they are. People who say this stuff are retarded. Like, that's the only explanation. You have to be that dumb because you're spinning the narrative so poorly to say something toxic and negative that doesn't exist, right? So, overall, the stream yesterday did really, really good. Okay? I was very pleased with how Hollow Knight did. It had good attendance, good engagement, good support, and I'm looking forward to more. All right? But I do hope that it keeps up. Because with Silksong, I was able to do an insanely lengthy, thorough playthrough because I had that distinct group that really liked the game, and they came by and they hung out and they supported every single time, and that was great. In the case of Hollow Knight, it might be tougher because this is a game that's from 2017. You're talking 9 years ago, right? You might not have as much of an interested, engaged audience. You may be way less of attendance for this game simply because it's older, all right? So I'm curious how it will go. I hope that people will show up because I played it. I got my first taste of it, and I like it. And you can already tell the game's going to get much better. It's going to be more challenging, but there's going to be more abilities and things that are going to make the game better over time, just like Silksong. I'm down for that. I am there for the ride, and I'm ready. But I need you to be there, too. So let's see how it goes. You might say, well, when's the next Hollow Knight stream? I don't know yet because the schedule this week is very weird being a short week for me. I'm not actually sure exactly, you know, what we're going to be doing each particular stream, notably Tuesday night.